This is the Interactive C Advanced Editor, an IDE that I built back in 2005 as a challenge to kind of see if I had what it took to build out of Java Swing a interactive development environment. So I was kind of tired with the IDE that I was using at the time for my robotics work, and I thought I could do a better job of building one that would give you kind of the more modern luxuries that an IDE would give you in that era. So it's a multi-document framework here, and it's supposed to be for developing robotics work using the interactive C dialect of the C language. And I really wanted to kind of try to learn how to make something use syntax highlighting. So you can see here when I click on the braces, it highlights the matching brace. The void is in blue here. If we create a string here, the string gets colored properly. And that was a lot of fun to learn how to use. I'm actually using, I believe it's HTML in the back to kind of render the document. And there's some rendering bugs here that I didn't get to work out all the kinks to at the time, but really it was just kind of seeing if I could figure out how to do all the classic editor options. So we have all your file operations here, new, open, close, print, standard editing, cut, copy, paste, search and replace, and even a bunch of options. I really wanted to make sure that I could support all sorts of editor configurations to make sure you have everything set up the way you want it to, including like all the colors of the syntax highlighting and even what font you'd be using, and eventually support for giving you a path to the compiler, and so that you could run your code from the editor. And I also built in some task lists here if you wanted to. You have like a to-do list. There's some editor interaction here with a command line if you wanted to give feedback to program the robot. And here on the left side I even got a little document tree going. And so yeah, this is just sort of my challenge to myself to learn about GUI programming and design, and I was really happy with how this came out. I thought it looked really awesome at the time. Would love to continue working on that someday.